Human wisdom and reasoning have taken humanity far in subduing our environment and examining the micro and macro universes. But the nature of the universe is not accessible through the workings of human intellect, which cannot directly perceive spiritual truth. Spiritual reality underlies everything, but it is not subject to objective or empirical discernment. In a truly prodigious leap, Lao Tzu perceived the presence of the Logos, but not its nature. This he could only struggle to discern from what he could observe in its actions. Through sheer force of will, Gautama the Buddha penetrated the workings of the human mind and polished his considerable intellect into an undistorted glass through which to see reality as it really is. Yet even the Buddha was held up short of grasping the nature of the light he saw so clearly. Yeshua tells us that the spiritual realm he called the kingdom of heaven is spread out everywhere, covering the whole earth, yet we cannot see it. It is our Creator's method to reveal it to the simplest and poorest people, and to those with minds like children, all of whom sense their limitations and can feel their need for divinity. Some humans have come to believe that there is nothing they cannot discover with their own intelligence. Augmented with science and its technology of instruments that in the end are only extensions of human senses. Such people discover a great deal about the material universe, but from the spiritual nature of reality, they are shut out. Their error is not in the use of intellect, it is in their pride. They have created a false religion that idolizes their method over truth. Therefore, their hypothetical models of what remains unknown to them constitute systems of theological error. In such systems, any discovery of real truth always appears as a heresy. Lao Tzu cautioned us about living outside the way he called the Tao. Gautama warned that all outcomes, good and bad, are our own doing. Yeshua represents the apotheosis of all the spiritual avatars that have appeared in human history, because in place of further intuitions or intellectual refinements to our spiritual understanding, he brought revelation. The religious leaders of Yeshua's time were warning people of God's punishments, and human history's most devastating events were portrayed as divine judgments. It was Yeshua who introduced a distinctly Eastern sensibility to us, revealing the truth that we are not punished by our Creator for our failings, but we will always suffer the consequences of thinking, acting, and living outside the underlying matrix of the Logos, that is the foundation of the spiritual reality he called the kingdom. For those with eyes to see and ears to hear, and wishing to see and enter that spiritual realm, his invitation is to follow him as he leads the way.